Hello Padawans, how are we today? I hope you're having a spectacular, magical, wonderful day. Welcome back to another mental health video of things to put in our toolbox. This one's probably going to be a little bit more geared towards social anxiety because I am kind of like focused on my social anxiety right now, working on it. Also, in case you didn't notice, I got new hair and I'm super excited about it. I love it. It's like really short, but I can like still dye this and style it. But I also have super cool emo kid hair now, and I'm super excited about it. I love it. I love my hair. I know in this light it kind of looks, the purple's looking a little more pink already. So we gotta add a little more purple in it, but it's gray and blue and purple, and I love it. Anyways, I kind of wanted to just share like a few tips and tricks, a few fidget things that I've found to be super, super helpful. One of them I mentioned before, but friendship bracelets. And I really like them because it's like you're braiding your hair. You're just twisting or knotting, making knots, and it comes out looking kind of cool. I don't know. It's just, I find it can be very calming, especially if I'm like super stressed out, because then I can take it out on this. You know, I'm not pulling my hair. I can just go zwoop, 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 and then I have a new layer down, and it looks pretty. And I think that's really cool. And I also think it's really rude that people call me when I'm trying to make a video. Go the fuck away. Friendship bracelets are something I really enjoy doing, and it's, for the most part, it's inexpensive. There's so many colors to choose from. Now, sometimes it's hard to get into, and sometimes it's hard to stay in it, because it can get frustrating, especially if you're knotting and you're still getting used to things. So, there's other things that you can also do and or use to help you in situations. And there's, like, I've mentioned my fidget cube before. I'm gonna have a video of it again, where it like has a smooth side, it has a joystick, it has buttons on the side, it's got tickers, it's got a light switch kind of dealio, and it's super helpful in social situations, especially the joystick or the spinner side, because I can just continue clicking it. I currently don't have it right now. I'm pretty sure I left it in the car, and I forgot to grab it before my fiance went to work. Anyways. But I do want to show you, I'm going to link it down below, but I have a list, like a wish list on Amazon of different fidget items or different things for social anxiety or ADHD. And can be super, super helpful in social situations, or if you're just really anxious or your ADHD is acting up and you just need someone to fidget with. So we're going to go look over there, and I'm going to show you a few things that not only a teacher friend who works with behavioral kids has suggested for me, as well as other things that she's seen. Guys, editor Jenny here. Like I said, we were gonna make a wish list for different fidget things. So over here we have like the Velcro. I even added that. Not the same one I got, but it's similar idea. And a bunch of the different poppets and other things like that that I found to be super helpful. So this is one of the things I found. One of the bubble fidget. They're like, basically it's similar to bubble wrap without like the super loud popping sound. Is one thing that honestly, my therapist likes to be like, here, you need to fidget with something, pop these. Like, but these ones are really, really good if you like to fidget, especially if you like bubble wrap. Highly recommend. And like they have big ones that are about the size of kind of like a waffle that you'd put like in the toaster, kind of like that. But they also have little keychain ones, which are super, super cute. And they also have these ones, which are also like video game controllers, and I think they're so freaking cute. So I definitely recommend these ones. I did add this specific one to the list. I'm like, that's just so cool. Another fidget I found is this one. It is basically, it's just like two keychain rings with like wires and kind of like those like random puzzles you see around Christmas time for stocking stuffers. But these are really fun to fidget with, ADHD, anxiety, etc. And you can put it on your keyring, which is super, super helpful. But they come in so many different colors. I have one or two of these. They're really easy to lose though, so I definitely recommend putting it on a keychain because I have no idea where mine is. It's somewhere. This is one of the things that inspired something that we're going to make later in this video. My teacher friend actually suggested these. That's how I got the idea to make my own. But I do plan on getting one because I feel like that would be super helpful as well. So I added that to the list as well. And I did add the fidget cube as well, just so you guys would have that link there. I don't know if this is the exact same one I got, but this one does come in different colors, which are super cool. But there's a bunch of different ones that you can find, so many different colors. But they do have this one where it's kind of like a controller, and oh, I think it's so cute. So they do have other options for different types of fidget cubes, fidget toys, etc. It's really just go on Amazon to look for it. Like I said, you can also
just go to like a local hardware store and find random things and make your own fidget toys. It's really just finding what works for you. That's really all it is.
One of the things I was suggested to try is, because a lot of times I've been told to use like a brush on my hand, especially if I'm like struggling with self-harm, because just like, or a comb, doing that on your hand gives a similar feeling, but it's less detrimental to you, you know? Combing the dead skin away, right? That's what it is. I was suggested to put Velcro under my desk, because normally I'm at my desk because I'm streaming or I'm doing videos and stuff, and so I'm always at my desk and I have so much space on the underside of my desk unused. Why not put Velcro under it and then just fidget with that when I'm really stressed, and maybe I'll leave my hair alone. So what we do for that, okay, let's see if I can open this package. Okay, so sticky back. Oh, that's helpful. I didn't even need to get this. I got like command tape, mounting tape, or I got Scotch mounting tape, sorry, command, and thinking I would need it, but it has sticky stuff on the side. With Velcro, you have a rough side. You can hear that. Oh, ASMR there for you as well. And then you have a soft side. Really soft, really soft. This one's really rough because that's how Velcro works, right? Oh, just doing that, honestly. That is so calming. I would never do that on stream, but like just, oh, like it's annoyingly calming. So to pretty much install this, right? Okay, this is gonna be some tricky camera work that we're gonna do. Okay, so I tried to play with the lighting, so I hope you can see this okay. This is basically the end of the desk. Like my PC is like right here. This is like right where my keyboard is, right up here. So we're gonna take the Velcro, if I can get it out of the packet, and then we're gonna cut it, because I don't need like all of it, right? I don't need the whole thing wrapped in Velcro. That would be a little crazy. But we can just do, here, I might as well just let you see me do this, I guess. Let's see, because it doesn't need to be crazy long, just that amount. So like that much, really. It's all that I feel like I need. I know the lighting is so weird because I didn't really know how to do the lighting here. So yeah, we got our Velcro. This is where my keyboard is. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it. Not really like a specific length. I guess about a ruler length is what I cut it. I probably don't need that much, but we're gonna go with it because I got the sticky Velcro, which is like $3 at Walmart. Okay, this whole pack was like $3. So I'm just sticking it like right up against this metal part of my desk. But like the underside of our desk, like we don't really use it. We don't, like we have the space, right? So why not add fidget things to it? And then I'm gonna add the soft one as well, because that can be super calming too. Because sometimes you need something soft, sometimes you need something rough, sometimes you need soft. So we're gonna have both, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, it's gonna be helpful. Well, these are definitely not going to match up perfectly, but that's okay. You don't need to be perfect. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be helpful and beneficial. We're not going for perfection, we're going for calm. Calm, whatever that means. Okay. So now, I put those on perfect, okay? That's perfect. Beautiful, okay. Now, I can't draw or place things in a straight line. We're not gonna worry about it. But as you can see, I got the rough part on the inner side of it, and then the soft part this way, right here. And like, honestly, that is just really satisfying in its own. Okay, and that was just Velcro. That's all it is. And just, honestly, I think this is going to be super, super helpful. I don't think I needed the soft one at all, but it's good to have it there if I do need it. I'm actually really excited about this because I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be perfect, just what I need it to do. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. But I can definitely see how this is going to work, because it's just like the same idea as using a brush or a comb on your hand to like calm that nerve. And like whether you struggle with self-harm, whether you just have a lot of energy, whether you just fidget a lot, whether you're super social anxious and you need to fidget with something, whatever it is, sometimes having that can be helpful. You could make bracelets with Velcro. I just recommend not getting the sticky kind or making like a backing for it. But you could do that. You could make it into a bracelet. There's so many things you could do, like putting it on like a keychain or something, or any of the other keychain type things. Like on Amazon, like one of like the poppets, or ooh, yeah, just having that under my desk, because this is where I'm at the most. I know not everyone works from home, but if you do, I feel like that could be really helpful. Or if that's where you are, it's really just trying to find the right thing for what works for you, like where you're at, where you work, what you do. Like I have a little pouch, one of those little backpack pouches that like kids get for like their headphones or whatever, or change. And I grabbed one of those to put in random fidget things, so when I'm at work, I can just, my cube's right there, or I have my rocks right there on hand. Super helpful. Like, find whatever works for you and go with it. So, one of the other things is, because there was a thing on Amazon that my teacher friend told me about. It was like a ring, and it had I'll have a picture of it. But it has like a lot of those like the spikes, and it's like a very, very good fidget ring to have, because I can just see myself playing with that, right? But I was like, I could make one of those in a bracelet for myself so pretty much we could use hardware things, specifically like washers or bolts, or the nuts for the bolts, whatever. Pretty much we're gonna make a hardware charm bracelet, pretty much. Now I just have the washers and the bolts, but I feel like that's really all we need, because they're different, and like, you know, we'll be able to like spin them against each other, and it'll be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So what we're gonna use for the bracelet itself is I'm gonna use some friendship bracelet string, floss, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, but we're not gonna do anything too crazy. Okay, nothing too crazy. Okay, so we have enough string, so I can braid this if I would like to. So we're gonna do a very, very simple friendship bracelet here. I'm gonna use my cauldron to hold it down so I can actually know what I'm doing here. Like I said, this is a very simple one because it's just a braid. That's all I'm doing. And it's gonna be a small braid because we don't need it crazy. We need it thin enough to like loop things on, be comfortable, but also strong enough to not break. Which I don't think this would actually break, but you know. So we're probably gonna speed this process up. I'm tying a knot here just so the braid won't come undone, right? And now, this isn't the most perfect braid I've ever done, okay? It's not perfect, it's got issues, but it's fine. I just wanted it to make sure it was strong, so pretty much I could put a washer or nut on it, you know? So, we're gonna go ahead and do that, but I'm gonna chop this off so it's not so crazy, but also still enough room so we can tie the last piece on. So I'm just taking them, right? And, oh god, apparently that didn't want the cover on. That's fine, we don't need the covers. Covers are for squares, apparently. I don't know. Okay, so you take it and then just, like you would bead anything, really. However, that's not gonna work because of the knot at the top. I didn't think of that. The knot at the top needs to make it so it can actually, you know. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna have to do is just bite the bullet here. We're gonna thread this on. We're gonna do something a little weird, but hey, that's why we give ourselves extra space, right? Extra space. So we are tying this on around the loop, just under the loop. That way it doesn't go anywhere, right? And that way we can fill it with more washers, bolts, and nooks. And it's not gonna fall off. But this way we can also add bigger sizes and not worry about it because we have that end piece there. Not that I really need to explain how to make jewelry, but I'm just gonna throw these on willy-nilly and kind of do a quick pace. Okay, so I decided that we're gonna leave it. It's not gonna be a full bracelet for reasons. I have reasons. Okay, so we're gonna take one of the small washers here and we're gonna use that to tie it off. We're gonna tie it off around it. tie the end. I'm gonna tie that a few more times just to make sure that's not going anywhere. So it should be good. Should be good. Okay. So now, this is not a bracelet. I didn't make a bracelet, but it feels really cool to me. Like, it's just... But, just feeling this, I don't know if the sound is just... But, like, it feels kind of like a slinky a little bit. It has, like, a similar feeling to a slinky kind of feel if you hold it in your hand like this. I like it. It makes noise. Not the color I would choose, but these are the ones my boyfriend had. I mean, honestly, I could paint these whatever color I wanted with the paints and make it colorful. Could buy the silver ones, but I think they have other color ones too. Not that super hard to find. And, like, these things, like, a pack can be, like, what, $10 at most? Depending. Like, you can buy little packs of them too. And you don't have to use washers or things. You can use other things. I use paper clips in my ears because of my metal allergy, but also I fidget with them. If I fidget with a paper clip, I'm not going to be sad if I break it, you know? But, like, just having this around to do this, it makes noise, so I'm sorry if the sound bothers you. It's very... This is very helpful. Very noisy, so this is something I would have to do when I'm, like, not streaming or not, you know, but if I'm super anxious about something while I'm either preparing for a video, waiting for someone to show up, waiting for a call, trying to get my nerves up to call somebody, I could play with that. I can also just have this in my hand when I'm on a phone call that I'm really nervous about, when I'm going to the doctor's office. Honestly, this would probably drive my therapist insane, but I could bring this to therapy when I'm talking about things that are really hard to talk about in therapy. In general. So yeah, that's just one idea. There's so many other things that you can use as a fidget, and it depends on the person too and what works for the person. Some people, all they need is like a scrunchie or a rubber band that they wear on their wrists and they just flick. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me, but it might work for you. It could. This might work for you too. Or just making the friendship bracelet itself. That could work as well. I just did a simple braid one because I know I could do that quickly offhand. I can do more friendship bracelet ones if you guys want to see those. I could. That's just a few ideas I have. This isn't a long video. I didn't want it to be a long video. But these are just little tips and tricks that you can use to help your social anxiety, to help keep you calm, to keep you distracted so you're not fidgeting with things that could be harmful. You know, like if you're like me and try to pull your hair, or if you do struggle with self-harm, these are other things you can do to be like, nope, we're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that. We've been doing good. Let's try to find a different thing that's not going to hurt us. It can be really hard to find that. It can be really hard to just stop yourself and be like, no, I need to find something else. One thing I recommend, especially if you have like anger, duct tape. Mainly because I wanted to show this duct tape off. However, when I was in kid, what does that mean? What? Excuse me as I go call the council. One of the things when I was a kid I loved to do is duct tape, because duct tape is colorful. They make it super fun now. But just ripping the tape, like, I have to decorate the box today anyways, so it's fine. This is fine. Okay, so you have a roll of duct tape, right? And you find where it starts. That was really hard for me to do. Like, not hard, but like, that was a terrible rip. I feel better now. Like, I wasn't angry or anything, but just ripping the tape like that. It's cathartic, man. It's cathartic. It can be really, really helpful, like if you're stressed, super anxious, you're angry, emotions that are just really hard and you just kind of need to go, you know, just take it out on tape. And duct tape's really good for that. But you can also make things out of it. Like, I decorated the box that I keep my tacks in with duct tape, because why not? I've made a grateful box out of duct tape. I've made wallets. I've made belts before. I've made so many things out of duct tape. It's kind of ridiculous. Tape is super helpful just for that aspect. I mean, honestly, just playing with tape can be a fidget, you know? Even if it's like regular Scotch tape. You don't have to buy fancy tape. You can use normal, clear Scotch tape, right? because we feel things here, right? I would say definitely this over this, but if you need something to play with, tape works because it's sticky and you can fidget with it. And it's really just finding what works for you. When I was a kid, what I would used to do is I would take paper. Now, this is a sticky note, but it works. I'm just ripping paper. That's all I'm doing. But it takes the energy away and you're focusing on something else and getting it out of your system. So whether you're dealing with anger, anxiety, rage, ADHD, whatever it is that is just like, I need to do something, what is it? It's finding the things gonna work for you. Whether it's ripping paper, ripping tape, or making cool things with hardware. Painting is something that I really like to do. It's because I really enjoy painting because you can do so cool things. Like, look at this planet I made. This I made with nail polish. And all I did is I just dropped random colors in there randomly. I like folded it a few times. Like you can see I folded it. And it came out like this. And like, I know that's simple, like fold the paper art, but still it came out really cool. Inspired a whole art thing for me. I'm a super artsy person though. That works for me. Not everyone's super artsy like that, and it's not gonna work for everybody. So that's why I wanted to make a wish list on Amazon for other fidget objects that can be super helpful. I don't recommend fidget spinners though. That is the one thing I do not recommend. Mainly because teachers find them annoying, because they're very distracting. They're not beneficial in that way. Because when you have a fidget spinner, you're constantly like throwing things. It's like you might as well be playing hacky sack at that point. You know, like a cube, it can sit on your desk. Something like this. Yes, I wouldn't bring this to school if I was a kid. I wouldn't, because it's loud. But it could be super helpful in the lunchroom. In between classes, waiting for the class to start. Definitely not during test time, but you know. But like, you could do a friendship bracelet in class. Like, obviously I would recommend have the conversation with your teacher being like, hi, I'm listening. My anxiety is like this. Can I make friendship bracelets in your class? I don't want to take away from your class. Like, you know, you can give that warning of, hi, this is what I'm trying to do to make it so I can pay attention in class because I don't get much because I'm not listening because of whatever's going on, you know? These are just ideas. They're just ideas. Like, a lot of my teachers used to have issues with me just doodling in class, and all I would doodle, see if I can find one. Like, I would just doodle things like this, kind of, a lot of those spirals. But just doodling that on a piece of paper, which is why I have like way too much paper, is because that's how I would focus, is just doing the swirls like that. It can just be very, like, you know what, I'm gonna show you. Let's show you what I mean by this, okay? Okay, so we're gonna use my purple pen, cause fun, right? I would just go, okay, normally I would do a heart, cause hearts are cool, right? I was really proud of like when I perfected hearts. This isn't a perfect heart, but we're gonna go with it. Just draw spirals. And you just kind of keep going with it. Super simple, right? Super simple? It is. It's super, super simple. And it's something you can pick up from now and again. You don't have to finish it. You can just keep going. It's something you don't have to stop doing until you run out of paper, pretty much. Basically. But yeah, it's just an idea. And it's something that you can do in class. It's quiet, or a business meeting, or like if you're on the phone. A lot of people doodle when they're on the phone. My mom does it all the time. And it's just finding the thing that works for you, whether it is a fidget object, whether it's doodling, whether it's doing friendship bracelets because it's a quiet thing to do and you can still focus. Different things like that. There's so many different options, and it's just trying to find the right one that works for you. So I hope you found this helpful. I really, really do. But let me know what you think down below. Are there other things that you do when your anxiety is really high and you need to fidget with something or need to get something out of your system? What are the things that you do? Let me know down below, or ask down below if you're curious about if something would work maybe. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you all just for being here. You guys are great people. I hope you know that. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope it's wonderful and not filled with anxiety. Like, I hope you have a day where you don't need a fidget object. But if you do, maybe I helped you find some new ones. If not, no worries. These are just suggestions. You don't have to take any of them. Do what works for you. I'm here just trying to help, give other suggestions and ideas, get the brain storming there, you know, in a good way. I'm just getting those gears turning in the brain, you know. That's all we're doing here. But thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you kick anxiety's butt today, if that's what's struggling. And we'll catch you next time. I hope you have a good one. May the force be with you.